I'm Andrew and welcome back to Taekwondo Step by Step. It's hot, and I'm hot. We need to find ways to beat the heat when it's hot, okay? You know, they say that a very important thing to do when it's hot is to eat plenty of foods with sugar in sugar. I said sugar, this is salt. With salt in them, because the heat takes all the salt out of your body and we need to replace it. But don't eat it on its own because it tastes terrible, as you know. The next thing is you need to drink heaps of water, okay? So refreshing. And then another way to beat the heat is to join us in Taekwondo Step by Step. Let's get up now and practice Taegeuk Jang. And as usual, we have our internationally acclaimed master of all masters, Master Lee. Welcome, Master Lee.
Hi everyone, I'm Lee Hyun.
Now, Master Lee, today what are we going to be focusing on for our three-step sparring?
Yes, today we'll be focusing on applications of the Momtong bakkat-makki.
Okay, now just so that we don't get really confused, can you explain to us the difference between bakkat-makki and an-makki?
Sure, Andrew. Momtong bakki or an-makki is a block coming from outward to the front of your body. And Pakamaki is literally to block the other way around, inside out. But you all learned these before, so now we'll be using applications for today. Follow me as we practice these. Follow along now.
Okay, now just before we go into the three-step sparring, remember that when we're sparring, face off against your opponent, look carefully into his or her eyes, and try to imagine what they're going to do now. Okay, it makes it much faster for your reactions. Okay, let's get into it, shall we?
Okay, you see, I block with the Momtong bakkat-makki, and there are many targets to aim for a counterattack. But for this lesson, we'll be doing something different. What you do is to take a firm grip and twist the opponent's punching arm, and with your other hand, you strike the temple of your opponent. And for your information, the opponent cannot break loose as his arm is twisted outward. You hit his temple hard, like this. I'll show you one more time.
Okay, now if you haven't been following so far, which you should have, but even if you haven't, now's the time that you need to do it, okay? So up and follow along. Now remember to look carefully into your opponent's eyes and try and do that imagining trick, what he or she is going to do. And, all right, when the person who's going to attack, when they're ready to attack, they should key up, okay? And that's when you begin. Let's do it, shall we? 준비. Okay, now did you understand everything there? And even more importantly, did you follow along? Because that's what you need to do in order to make it all familiar in your body, okay?
Yes, that is true. Even if you seem to be randomly practicing the different forms, soon you'll find yourself adapting to the moves and learning them by heart. Okay, everyone, now let's move on to prepared sparring.
Okay, now don't worry if things are getting a bit tricky, because even though these are basic forms, because they're consecutive, they get pretty difficult, all right? But listen to what Master Lee says and follow along, and then no problem. Okay, let's do it, shall we?
Okay, we'll be doing Dero chagi, an application of chagi, where you lift your leg high up from the outside and bring it down to the center of your opponent.
Okay, now watching Master Lee makes things all clear and easy, doesn't it? I thought it would. Now, time to watch the demonstration and follow along, okay? Practice makes perfect. Let's do it. Now, as I've said before, as with any skill, what we need to do is make sure we get all of these things down exactly right. We're doing the basic forms now in consecutive units, so we need to make them exactly right, okay? Stand up again, get ready, and let's follow along as we go through today's point. Do I look tough? Well, fortunately, the art of self-defense does not rely on this, but it relies on this. So it doesn't matter how weak you are, you can still outdo the guy who attacks you or the woman who attacks you, okay? So that's why we have prepared for you more of the same wonderful stuff in Taekwondo real life. We never know when it's going to happen to us, do we? It could happen anytime, any place. We always need to be prepared. Prepared for anything. Whoa! Did you see that? Now that's what happens if you're ready for anything. What she did was, as he came towards her, she knocked his hand away, then she grabbed his hand, flipped him over, and then boom! Whew! Unbelievable. Let's watch it one more time now in slow motion. Unbelievable! We're almost out of time. In fact, we are out of time. Time flies when you're having fun, I believe. Well, Master Lee, it's been a wonderful day again today. Thank you for helping us.
Thank you. Hope you had a good workout.
Yeah. But folks, don't feel sad that it's already time to go, because we'll be back tomorrow with more fun-filled action on Taekwondo step by step.